Hey gang, I have a competition suite tutorial on YouTube that I was going to send out, but I didn't feel as though it was detailed enough or allowed me to show you everything that the app can do. So for those of you that are thinking about jumping in on the app and the technology, this will hopefully give you a pretty good user's guide and to how the app works and how you'll see it and how you'll use it and kind of give you an idea of how everything is put together. The first thing, obviously, is your email, which we already have, everybody's email. But you should all have passwords that are for your competition suite login. You have the ability to log in the competition suite if you do it just through the browser, whether it's Google or Internet Explorer. You can go in, email, password, and you're able to pull all of the shows that have been uploaded for you. Now, we only have week one in there, but then you also have the ability to go back and look at your past shows and you can listen to your commentary. So this is a good way for you to self-scout yourself. For those of you in the clinic that wanted the ability to do this, you have the ability to listen to any other judge in your show that was at your show. So you don't have to ask permission. It's there for you. Everybody has their files. And I may do a webinar on that so I can show you the screen to help you get in there and take a look at it. But right now we're just going to focus on the app. We're going to focus on scoring. We're going to focus on commentary. So I'm going to do a little camera tilt, and I'm going to take it down to 1. I apologize for motion sickness. Okay. So this is an 8-inch tablet, and not really much on it, but what you can see, sorry, wrong side, is right here is the Competition Suite app. So if you have a tablet, you can download it. You're looking for the Competition Suite app that says Judge. If I got this too close to the camera, it would be blurry and you wouldn't be able to see it. So there is an app. You can get it on Google Play, you can get it on Apple. And simply all that you're doing here is you're clicking that app and it brings you to Competition Suite and the login screen. So what all I'm doing is, and your login here at the bottom, it says whether or not you're a judge or a tabulator. And in this case, you're going to be a judge. It'll always be highlighted that way. And I'm going to put myself in. Log in. All right. So when you log in, this is what you'll see. In this case, my first show of the season, I'm going to be at Hempfield this week. So that's there. Or I had Dave Arnold assign me a show. And this is a test show that's in the system, so I can show you all the scoring mechanisms and everything that's involved in it. So in this case, I'm going to go to my show, just click it, and there it is. And then I click my name. Let me go back. I'll show you that again. Whoop, just kicked myself out of the whole app. So there I am. I have that. I've clicked the show that I want, which in this case is my test show. There's my information, the caption that I'm judging. I'm simply going to click. And now what it's going to do is it's going to bring up the bands that you happen to be judging that evening. In this case, it's a 3-band show. So I go right to the band. In this case, the first band we have listed is Westchester East. And there's my tabulation, if you will, my scoring program portion of the app. So it's got vocabulary, it's got top box, it's got excellence. I'm going to get into scoring in just a little bit because one of the things that you also can do is you're able to, you see already I have my headset hooked up to this, and I can do commentary. So right up here in the top, there's 3. It has score, record, public notes. So scoring, obviously that's your scoring tab. Record That's when you're going to go record your commentary. And then public notes would be, really, it would take the difference. It would take your any notes that you want to give to the unit or save for the unit for critique. You could type them right into Competition Suite, and it would go right off to the band. I would suggest right now, let's not get too hip for the room. Don't put your commentary in there in public notes. Um, let's just keep it in paper, or if you have, you type it in, or you have a Dragon digital text to speech or speech to text app to use it. So for the sake of argument, let's go in and we're going to record a commentary. I'm going to click the record, and that's what it looks like. That's what your interface looks like. And the best part about this is that while you're recording, there you go. And as you're recording, you can obviously see that there's a sound bar here, a level bar that's there for you, and it's letting you know that you're recording. That's probably the best thing. It knows, you're able to see that we're capturing commentary. You can see me talking, and you're able to listen and see, and you can tell if I'm getting a little too loud. I can probably pull my microphone back just a little bit. So it's important that you have you get a headset and you test it, not necessarily on the competition suite, although there is the ability at every show for those of you that are using the technology, we will have a mic test, and it'll give you the ability to kind of get your level set up and everything else. But here I'm doing all of my commentary. You can see that as I'm talking, or even if I'm not, there we go. So it's great in checking while you're judging that you're able to check. Sorry, that's my work email. That you're able to see that you're recording, that your commentary is coming across. And then and it says here, commentary recording in progress. What else is being up there? Please stop recording to view other groups. So obviously that would be when you're going to the next group. And I'm going to say that I'm done recording for this program. You've got a little red dot up here that says that you're recording. Again, all this stuff is there to verify that your commentary is being taken. And while it doesn't concern you, the tabulator gets to see that you are recording because they get that same red dot on their software. So this will be great even for tabulators to take a look at. So you see what we're going through, and then that helps you on the back end to see how everything is going. So I will hit stop. And there you go. We get a little green. All set. The commentary has been recorded and will be sent to groups shortly. So basically at this point, it's now in the process of being uploaded and being sent directly. So two things. One, it's going into the tabulator's system. That'll happen automatically. And then it's also going to go right out to the band. There's no uploading of any MP3 player. It's basically you've taken the runner out of the situation and you've taken the equipment out, and everything's just going through. The tabulator's just making sure that everything is progressing from a wireless standpoint, and then also it'll just go right to the band. What's probably the most important thing is that remember that you have to have your tablet hooked up. My tablet happens to be hooked up to my Wi-Fi here in the office. When you're at a show, you either have to bring your phone for a hotspot, or it has to be data enabled with your cell phone. So however you do that, we can't have all these tablets hooked up to one Wi-Fi with some of the shows that we're at because there's not enough bandwidth. And that's even with the new hotspots that are being distributed, which are going to go up to 5G. So make sure that you have the ability to somehow wirelessly transmit, whether it's your phone's hotspot, which all phones have them, you have your own hotspot, or whether or not that you have, whether or not you've had your tablet connected. So we've done our commentary. Now let's turn around and we will now do numbers. I go back to score. There we go. And I'm going to put in my numbers. Let's see if I can take down some of the sound so we don't have any more emails popping up. There we go. So now I take my number. Let's say for the sake of argument, I put this in and I do, let's say that. All right. So let me show you. Probably should have done this. There's a little delete button here, right here, where I can delete the number, and then I can go back again. Same thing here. I just touch it. I can delete, and I can go back again and put my number in. And there you go. It shows you a running tote of your numbers as you're judging. Now, one of the things that you can do is just do that, and you can move on to the next group. And it's still going to keep a running tally of what it is that you're doing here from a judging perspective. So you can do that. You can also, it'll say view round summary. If I can click that, it's going to look just like your tote sheet. Now you're going to be able to check yourself for any subcaption ties, any bottom line ties. And it works just like like one of your tote sheets would be. So I'll go back out of that. Actually, nope, I got to go back. That's it. I go up into the number. Now, as long as you have not locked this number in, and I'm going to show you how to do it, you can adjust these numbers accordingly. If you want to go back, you don't have to lock your numbers in. I'm still judging the class. Your number is there. It's there for your reference, but that number is totally changeable for you. You're able to edit, change a number, go one way or the other. Each box, you're just literally just moving back and forth, and then you're able to do that. Let's assume for a second, though, that you're completely finished with the class, or you're confident, you're good with that number, okay? Now, that number is in the tabulating system. The tabulator can see it, but it's not locked in. So it's very tough for you to see, but there's a little gray X, which is over here, or a gray check mark, if you will. And when I lock that into place, I've now locked that number. It is now verified, and that number is verified. So now it's locked. You can't make the change. However, your tabulator can. So if you're keeping a paper tote sheet and you verified or you've locked your number in by accident, you'll be able to kind of cross that out, go back to your tabulator. She has the ability to override your 7571, and you can move on and go from there. So again, here's, you're navigating between your bands as they are here. You're keeping a running tally. As far as recording is concerned, everything is here. That's where your notes would go. Like I said, let's not get too hip for the room right now. And your score is there. So that's pretty much how the tablet works. There's a bunch of other icons here up on the side. Missing, conflict. Actually, I'm touching them and they don't really do anything. So that's pretty much all you need to worry about. These little colored things up here, don't worry about it. You touch them, you can't really do anything. So that's how the tablet works. While you are, since we have that, I'm going to put that off to the side. And we're going to try the phone. Because the phone works very similarly, but it looks different. So same thing. Hang on. There's an app on the phone. It's right here. It says Cavalcade Competition Suite Judge. I click that. I had already logged in to. I'd already logged into my show. So as you can see, I got my Hempfield show set up, ready. Dave's already put that in there, but I still have my test show. So I go to my test show. I click that. And hey, here's the cool thing. Everything talks to each other. So my 146 that I put in on the app is here on the phone. So now let's go to the next one. Let's go to Haverford, I believe is the next school, on my phone app. I now click that. I'm ready to go. I've got a top, I've got a bottom box, I've got verify or reject. We'll play with that in a second. I don't know that I can do that on the tablet. I've got my scoring, or I've got my commentary, which is my record. So I am going to, bear with me, I need to find where there it is. And my headset's in. So now I'm totally connected, ready to go. Let's hit it. There we go. And it's rolling. And as it's rolling, now this is the only drawback on the phone, is that it does not show whether or not, it shows your recording, but it does not give you a sound level as the tablet does. So we have to assume for a second there that we are in fact recording. It says recording. It says that there's a little icon up here that says that it's recording. Usually I thought in my app, I thought there was something that went across the top that kind of showed that I was getting a level, but maybe not. So recording here through the app, I will then turn around, my phone is, and I'm going to hit stop. And I've got a little green, and it's now on its way directly to the band. Nothing else is going on. What I'm going to do is after we get done this, I'm going to check my admin, my tabulator app, and see whether or not how these recordings sounded. Because I'm actually working with a new headset. So now I go to let's go back. I go now to scoring. I'm in my scoring app. Same thing here. Not much different from what we had going. This group I thought was a little bit better. So I type it in, 7-8, and then I hit save. And then it'll move now down to my bottom box. Everything's touch screen. And I can go 7-5, and I can hit save. And that'll tell me my total number here, up at 153. On my phone in particular, I'll show you just what I did. There's a little X up here at the top. Bang. Oh, nope. Not that. So I hit the X at the top, and it'll take me back, and now it'll give me my running tally as far as my tote sheet is concerned. I have not. Now here's something to take note of. The 146 is showing in green because I have verified and locked that score in. The 153 is showing in black because I did not do that, which means I can still go in and I can adjust everything that I need to adjust on that number. So I'm going to go in. Let's verify both the 178 or the 78, 75. Now I've got two greens, which means they're locked. And on the phone app, for the sake of argument, let's go in. Once I've hit verified, I've lost my reject. So that means it's locked in. And once again, the only person that can adjust this now is going to be the tabulator. So there's everything that revolves around that. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to come back here. Now, one of the things that you'll notice, I would have to go out and come back in for my second band number. Also, this is really tough to see, but at the top here, at American Division, it says View Worksheet. So if you think of those tote sheets that some of you carry to keep yourself straight, this actually works exactly like that tote sheet, and that'll put Westchester, in this case it was Westchester East. And if I roll it up a little bit, you'll see, well, actually you won't because I didn't. I have to go out and come back in again. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to come back in. And And in this case, the Haverford number isn't showing. So it's not intuitive back, but it was certainly intuitive to this. It was right there and ready to roll. It's possible if I did this, hang on, if I log out and I come back in, nope, still not there. All right. Either way, as long as it's in with the tabulator, and I'm going to check that, I'll check my my screen. But for the sake of argument, I'm going to go in. Nope, didn't want to do that. That's tonight's show. That's this week's show. However, I will show you this. When you do a mic test, it shows up as a band. So it's listed as mic test. You're just testing out your mic. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to anybody. But it's going to be the same interface. And that's for the show that I'm doing this weekend. So last time, I'm going to go, and for some, look, it just took time. The Haverford 153 showed up in the system. So it's just travel time. So I'll just show you again one last time. We're going to New Oxford. That happens to be the band. They're not getting any of this commentary because it's a test show. It's blocked. I'm going to record. There it is. I got a big red button. And as I'm doing that, everything's there. You see my volume level here, my little red dot here, and everything's recording. I've recorded. Yay, you're great. Look forward to seeing you in the critique meeting back. And we're done. Okay? So I hit stop. In this case, you could, I probably should, let me go back. Yep, that one already showed record. So you're going to, this is going to work just like the MP3 players. You're going to hit pause. So you do your intro. You know, John Keene, Norristown, Pennsylvania, judging field music, cavalcading bands, blah, 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 pause. And then come back. And that says that we've sent it. I'm going to put in my final numbers of the evening. Go to score. I'll do this again because I didn't show it to you. Seven, 9, touch screen, go to there, 7, 6, you're good. Verify, verify. You're locked in, you can't do anything about it. If we go here to view round summary, there you go, there's my little tote sheet. Keep track, make sure I don't have any ties, subcaption ties, or shouldn't have any bottom line ties because you see it right here on the side. Whoop, just kicked myself out. And back in. So there you go. Hopefully that helps out. Hopefully it helps you out with being a little bit more comfortable with the program. Apologize that this was 25 minutes long. The reason why is I want to make sure I could show you all the benefits, all the little features of Competition Suite, and how you can check yourself. So I certainly hope that that helped you out. And we'll get this posted when we can. Thanks, gang.